Kingman Island, in the middle of the Potomac River, is a place hidden from the bustle at the heart of Washington, D.C. that's wonderful for hiking, bird watching, and canoeing. It is the perfect place to celebrate summer and to remember the legacy of the poet Anne Lynch Boda. Anne Lynch lived in Washington, D.C. from 1850 to 1853 while serving as personal secretary to Senator Henry Clay. Grace Greenwood, another writer and a friend, reports that Senator Clay felt not only the admiration he always felt for a clever, witty woman, but profound respect for her scholarly attainments, her rare good sense, and above all, her purity of character.
The bee. The honeybee that wanders all day long, the field, the woodland, and the garden o'er, to gather in his fragrant winter store, humming in calm content his quiet song, seeks not alone the rose's glowing breast, the lily's dainty cup, the violet's lips, but from all rank and noxious weeds he sips, the single drop of sweetness closely pressed within the poisoned chalice. Thus, if we seek only to draw forth the hidden sweet in all the varied human flowers we meet, in the wide garden of humanity, and like the bee, if home the spoil we bear, hived in our hearts it turns to nectar there.
Anne Lynch Boda is the author of Poems and a Handbook of Universal Literature, once a widely used textbook. Edgar Allan Poe, reviewing her poems, wrote, "In modulation and vigor of rhythm, in dignity and elevation of sentiment, in metaphorical appositeness and accuracy, and in energy of expression, I really do not know where to point out anything American superior to them." Born in 1815, Boda was educated at the Albany Female Academy and taught briefly in Albany, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. After her sojourn in D.C., she settled in New York, teaching at the Brooklyn Girls Academy, writing freelance articles for magazines, and hosting a renowned Saturday evening salon in her home, frequented by some of the most famous writers of the time, including William Cullen Bryant, Edgar Allan Poe, Helen Hunt Jackson, Margaret Fuller, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Horace Greeley, and Fanny Kemble. After the death of family members, she raised 2 boys, a nephew and a grandnephew. In addition to writing, she was a painter and sculptor. She married late to a professor at New York University. After her death in 1891, her husband compiled her unpublished poems along with letters and tributes and published the posthumous Memoirs of Anne C. L. Boda, written by her friends.